My name is Miryam Antunez de Mayolo. I am an immigration attorney with Catholic Charities. And we're doing this video in order to provide accurate information about the situation at the border and about some definitions that are useful when analyzing these issues. There are so many myths surrounding immigration. I would like to start with some definitions. We hear the word aliens when talking about people who are not born in this country. The reality is that US law divides people into two groups, aliens and citizens. So anybody who is not a US born citizen or who is not a naturalized citizen of the US or is not somebody who derived citizenship from his or her parents is considered an alien. And aliens, people who are not citizens, are divided into people who are immigrants and who are non-immigrants. For instance, somebody who is visiting here, who is a tourist, is somebody who is not an immigrant. And somebody who is here and has the intention of living in the US is an immigrant. So by definition, an immigrant is somebody who has the intention of making the US his home. Or we hear about people referring to, sometimes in a pejorative way, to human beings as illegals. People who are here and who are immigrants in the US can be documented immigrants or undocumented immigrants. So people who are documented immigrants are people who have a green card or who are in the process of obtaining a green card while they are on some kind of visa. And people who are undocumented immigrants are people who do not have documentation that allows them to be in the United States. So in a way, these are people who are here in violation of the law. However, it is administrative law, civil law, not criminal law. People who are immigrants, who are coming to the United States to remain here, could be coming for a variety of reasons. Some people come here to make a better life. And we have seen recently people who are coming here because they are fleeing persecution in their home countries or because of some social or political crisis that is going on in their home countries. There are a couple of other concepts that are very important for this purpose. One of them is the concept of refugee. A refugee is a person who has suffered past persecution or is afraid of suffering past persecution because of his or her race, religion, membership in a particular social group, political opinion, or nationality. And this group of people has usually lived in a refugee camp for many years. They undergo many background checks, and they are deemed to be refugees when they are outside the US. And then they are processed through the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, and then they are settled in the United States. So we have typically been a country that welcomes refugees. Another group of people who also suffer persecution or who are fleeing their countries because they are being persecuted on those same bases are people who are seeking asylum. People who are asylum seekers are asking the US government for protection. They're asking the US government not to send them back because they have already suffered past persecution or they are afraid of suffering persecution based on one of those protected grounds: religion, race, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion. The ways in which the US law allows people to ask for asylum are once they are already on US soil or at one of the port of entries, and recently we have seen a number of people coming to seek asylum at the port of entry. So they would ask the US government through the officers at the border to allow them to come in because they're afraid of going back to their home countries. Now, we are not saying that everybody who is doing that necessarily qualifies for asylum, but the law allows that somebody who is asking for asylum have his or her case analyzed and for these people to be processed. And then, if applicable, then for their asylum claim to be heard.